Should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave?
I think that you should leave because even if it's for your kids are seeing that abuse. So that's causing even more harm to them if you were to stay in the relationship than if you were to leave.
Hi.
Hello.
Your name?
I'm Samantha.
Okay.
I'm Ava.
Ava. Okay. All right. So my question is, should you stay in abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
I think it's a tough question too, because leaving an abusive relationship, you have to make sure you have a strong support system as well, because in a case like that, it's really hard to leave your husband. It's scary because you can get killed.
We're gonna do a deep dive on our,
Whoa.
But kids are very impressionable at a young age, and if they see this, they're gonna assume, okay, this is love, this is how I'm supposed to be treated when I'm older.
Exactly.
So as long as you have that strong support system, friends and family, you should definitely leave because it's safe. You have that people to take care of you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
How about you?
I definitely agree, especially with the kids part. I think kids are super impressionable, and I think that even if it might not seem like they're being affected, like let's say the abuse is almost hidden, I feel like kids can kind of tell. I feel like they have like a sixth sense, and I feel like what she said is so true. Like when they grow up, they'll look at that as like a standpoint for their future relationships, and I think like if you can get out of it safely, you should. And I think that that's the best thing for the kids. I don't think staying in it would be better for the kids, honestly.
Okay. Well, let's look at it this way. So what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
If she's financially unstable, I mean, I kind of would wish and hope out in the world there's like communities and organizations that would help women who are in, or even men who are in abusive relationships, like Johnny Depp, for example, that can help them get on their feet. If they are financially unstable, it can be scary because money is very daunting, and it could make the person want to stay with their spouse, even given the abusive relationship. But I think if they can find a little bit of a foothold, like get any sort of job, I think they should take it and do it, because I think the universe will give to you what you need as long as you put your faith out there and like you kind of take that leap forward. I think the universe will protect you.
yeah, boy.
Wow, guys, I'm impressed, man. What about you?
I was actually thinking about this show called The Maid. It's on Netflix. It's about this woman who is financially unstable and she stays because she doesn't have the means to leave the relationship. But in that show, it shows like there are like communities and organizations that they buy these properties for women who need to escape, or men too, who need to escape domestic relationships, and they give them housing for free and allows them to get on their feet for a couple months, and then hopefully once they have enough money they can venture out and buy their own home. So there like hopefully around them there are like organizations like that, and I also just hope there are family who are there to like take them in if they are financially unstable.
Exactly.
So.
Okay. Okay, alright, so your Instagram so they can follow you guys.
Sure. My Instagram is Ava Crocus, AVACROKOS.
Okay.
And my Instagram is Samantha.RobertsonX. It's ROBERTSON.
Your name?
Hila.
Hila.
Emma. Natalia.
Micah.
Michael, alright. So my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
I'm definitely for leaving. I don't know why you would stay. I mean, that's bad for your kids as well as yourself.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, no, definitely leave, because chances are if it's abusive for you, it's abusive for your kids too, so get out of there.
I agree with exactly what they said. It's not fair to the kids. So yeah, leave.
I agree, it's not fair to the kids. I also think if you're gonna have kids in the first place, you have to like be in a good space for yourself, and so you shouldn't go into a marriage you know is gonna be abusive if you think you're gonna have kids too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at it this way. So what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
I mean, I guess that's kind of a hard position. I mean, at the end of the day, it does come down to like what she wants to do.
Okay.
And like, obviously, I feel like if she has family that she could stay with, or like anyone around her who could support her in that time, that would be really helpful.
Got him!
Yeah, that makes sense. What about
There's
you?
also like a lot of welfare programs out there for like single moms or single dads, 'cause men can get abused too. Out there that will provide like financial support or housing, you know, if you need it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with what they said. Like they should try to get like external support, maybe from like an institution, like mental health, like help first, and then they can probably help from there. Probably.
Okay.
There's always help out there when
All
you
right.
need it. There's always people who want to help. So.
Okay. Your name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Okay. So Tiffany, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you think?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I honestly think that I mean, it varies, right? Right, exactly what everyone's case is and how severe it can be. But for myself, like I had my parents that were in an abusive marriage, and they stayed together for a really, really long time.
Whoa.
And they eventually separated, and they're much happier now. And I think that for the time being, when they were together, they had to be together for the circumstances and for my siblings and I, and it changed us. So if I had to answer that, I would say no.
No.
Like you only live once, right? You can only be happy in a relationship one time, and if you find that right person, you should ideally always be happy. So I would say no.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
I mean, finances are really, really tough, right? They restrict us for on a lot of different levels, and obviously that's a livelihood for a lot of us, right? So it comes down to being able to at least, I would still say no, right? Like, do not stay in that abusive marriage if that's the case. But for those around you, like that affects you, right? So like the circumstances of my parents, my mom was financially reliant on my father, and that's why they stayed together for so long, and that's why she was unwilling to separate from the marriage. And she had to sustain a lot in order to keep us happy.
Of course.
Which was hurtful, you know. But she did it for financial reasons.
She has no choice. Yeah.
Yeah, she was stuck.
Okay. Okay.
So it's hard because like you don't really have a concrete answer. I mean, ideally, no one should be unhappy in any circumstance. Yeah.
All right. All right. Your Instagram.
That's Tiffany Ma_RDN.
Okay. Your name?
Nafara.
Okay.
Kira.
All right. So my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave?
You should always leave an abusive marriage.
Why?
Because I mean, if it's abusive, then there's obviously something wrong, and there's no point in staying in the marriage and hurting yourself. Like at that point, there's no marriage. There's like the whole relationship is done for, and y'all need to separate from each other.
Okay. How about you?
I agree. I don't think you should ever be in a marriage that you're like hurt in or feeling like not comfortable. Your husband or wife should be the person that supports you, not hurts you.
Okay. So you think she should leave, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's look at it this way. So what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
I mean, it's all up to her. Whatever is safest for her. But I feel like if you're in a marriage just to depend on someone, then I mean it's already bad from the start.
Okay.
It's supposed to be, I imagine it's supposed to be not necessarily like 50-50, but it shouldn't just be like one person solely depending on them.
Okay.
And yeah, they should be able to leave if they need to be.
All right.
Then they don't have any like type of independence or freedom. That's also a form of abuse.
Okay. What about you?
I agree. I think that you shouldn't like be in a relationship just for money and like monetary value. I mean, it's an important part, and like it's helpful if someone like financially provides for you, but also like you should contribute to the relationship.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi,
Your name?
Amanda.
Okay.
I'm Nick.
Isabella.
Isabella. Okay. All right. So my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
I think that you should leave because even if it's for your kids are seeing that abuse. So that's causing even more harm to them if you were to stay in the relationship than if you were to leave.
Oh, okay. Okay. How about you?
100% no. Get the hell out of that relationship.
No! God, please, no! No!
Yeah, I also agree. It's not best for obviously like the parents' sake, but for the kids see that, and at least like from like having that and like knowing other like of my friends like have been like in that situation, they would have rather their parents like split and have like the parent leave than have their parents stay together for their sake, because it's not beneficial to anybody.
Okay. All right. So let's look at it this way. So what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
Well, I think that she should definitely then start making a plan, taking the necessary steps to become financially independent from her husband, because that's definitely a setback, especially in an abusive relationship. So definitely it should be taken into consideration, like that she should have a plan if that's what she's considering.
Okay. How about you?
I would agree.
I think she should have a plan. Like obviously it's like very hard like being in that situation and being like financially dependent on like your abuser. So like it is very hard, and like we like understand that. So I feel like in that sense, like you could kind of justify staying with them, because like finances is like a huge part of like your life and your kids. Like you want your kids to like have money. But yeah, as long as like there's like drafting like a plan to like get themselves out of that situation, and that they're not like complacent like in that like position that they're in, then they're okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So your Instagram, so they can follow you guys.
Oh, Amanda.Germain.
Okay.
Nik.DiFilippo, DIFILIPPO.
Okay.
Isabella.Malize, MALIZE.
All right. Your name?
Malia.
So Melia, my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you think?
I would say leave. I mean, why would you want to put your life on hold and put your love life aside when something is much better out there for you?
You smart.
And if you have kids, they need to have a good example of love.
Exactly.
If that's not the case, then they're going to grow up having a very bad, thought of love, and that's not what they're going to want to do, and they're going to project that onto other people. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I think leaving would probably be the best option, and then your kids can see how strong you are, and they'll understand when they're older. You don't have to explain it when you're young, and yeah.
This is the best feedback I've received so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's so
Thank
nice
you.
one. You did great. All right, so your Instagram, so they can follow you.
It's Malia Cipolloni, MALIA CIPOLLONI.
Okay. Your name?
CT Marie.
Okay.
Hawa.
Okay. All right, so my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
Absolutely not. I think you should figure out how to get out of it, because life is too short and you should be happy. It's the least you can do for yourself, despite all your successes and failures in life.
Okay. How about you?
I mean, yeah, like, you could be better off by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a really good time by yourself as opposed to being in an abusive marriage with someone just constantly, on your case all day. Like, just be by yourself. Take that time, really learn who you are. You only die by yourself. You can't die with nobody else. You just die by you.
Okay. All right, let's look at it this way. What if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
Well, you know what? The service industry is really hurting for workers, and you know what? You can make a lot of money in the service industry.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
So make that money, save it, and get a better life.
Okay. How are you?
I believe that money is everywhere. Money is in everything. You can find money doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do things that you're not comfortable with. But at the end of the day, like, I have immigrant parents that came here. They had skills of a handful, and they did what they needed to do, and you know what I mean? They made it work. So anything is possible.
Okay. All right. So your Instagram, so we can follow you guys.
CT Marie 92.
There we go.
Oh, how about that? HAWA, about that.
Okay. Your name?
Lola.
Okay.
I'm Isor.
Okay. Alright, so my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
I think, well, it depends of the context of the situation of the person, but I will probably say maybe if the person can leave, it's better for her and the kids, or him. It depends of the gender of the person, but yeah, if the person can leave, I think it's better.
It's better,
but I know it's really difficult, so it's a lot of work and takes a lot of courage to speak and say what's happening, even to other people of the family. I know it's really difficult, so
It's gonna be hard, right?
yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I think it's better for saving herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think too, like the person who is abused should leave 100%. But as she was saying, like it can be really difficult because of money issues or stuff like this. But if it's possible, the person should leave for sure. Like even for the kids, it can be dangerous, and even for the person. So 100% the person should leave for sure.
That was exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking that what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she has to leave?
That's where it gets complicated, I think, but like we're not really from here, so I don't know how it works, but I know that in France you have a lot of like association and numbers you can call that will help you.
Oh, okay.
I think there's some too also here.
Yeah, there's some here.
But I think the person should try because it's going to destroy the person's life at some point. So even if it's hard, the person has to try to save herself and save her children. So, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. All right. So your Instagram, so they can follow you.
Easy
Underscore.
and easy.
Okay.
And me, Lola Wave.
Lola Wave. Your name?
Sophie.
Sophie.
I'm Victoria.
Okay, Victoria. All right. So my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
I think you should leave, but I feel like a lot of the time it's harder than just to say that because there's like so many things that can cause you to stay. But
Okay.
yeah.
So you think she should leave, right?
Yeah, I do think that.
Okay. How about you?
I also think you should leave, but it depends on the situation and like what's it gonna cost, you know, like there's a lot to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
If she's financially unstable,
Exactly.
I mean, I think she should still try to because there's a lot of like support for that. There's like domestic abuse.
Why would I keep saying that?
Stuff like that. Because I don't. Yeah, like I don't know what else she's supposed to do. Yeah.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, have an escape plan, and then once it's all ready, like, you know, you have money and you have a place to go, I think that that's what you should do.
Okay. Okay. All right. So your Instagram, so they can follow you guys.
Sophie.Lamine.
Okay.
Mine's Victoria4.
Hi.
Hi,
Your name?
Monica.
Monica.
Kara.
Kara. Okay. All right. So my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you think?
I think if like you or your kids are in immediate danger, you should always leave that situation, no matter what.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I would agree. I also feel like if you have a partner that's able to be abusive towards you, the chances are higher that they might not see anything wrong with doing that to your children as well.
Yeah.
So like there's just extra risk.
Yeah, definitely. I think like especially when you have kids in this situation, you should
Exactly.
always try to protect them,
Exactly.
you know, not put them in harm's way.
Exactly. They may end up thinking that it's normal to abuse.
Yeah, no, it's not okay.
Okay. All right. So let's put it this way. All right. So what if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still have to leave?
I mean, I think as a woman, there's like options for like domestic abuse. So I think like try to go to a shelter and, you know, try to fix your situation the best that you can with the resources you can. You know, even family or something.
All right.
If you have the option to.
If you have the option, okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about you?
I'd say even if you can temporarily live with other family, just like get your kids out of the situation as fast as possible. But I also agree with like trying to research what your options are that are available and seeing if anything is doable if you are in a like hard financial situation.
Yeah.
But I do feel like there's like a lot of programs and assistance, but it's hard to say like how well those programs put you off. But yeah, and I also think that's something there should probably be more funding for, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So your Instagram, so they can follow you guys.
Monica Grover, New York.
Okay.
Kara Harvey, New Jersey.
Your name?
Mia.
Mia. Okay.
Ethan.
All right. Okay. So my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
Leave.
Okay. How about you?
Definitely leave.
Why leave? Why leave?
I don't think it benefits the kids. It just puts them more. And it also is just like, I don't want my kids to suffer.
Oh, okay. How about you?
Happiness is far and in between, and you gotta look out for it.
Oh, okay.
And in situations in which it's unsafe, it's dangerous, nobody deserves to be put in that kind of situation.
Exactly. Okay. Your name?
Crystal.
Okay.
Elsa. Haley. Kat.
All right. So my question is, should you stay in an abusive marriage because of your case, or you should rather leave? What do you guys think?
I think you should leave.
Why?
Because you don't want your kids growing up thinking what he's doing is okay, and they're going to inhabit who he is, and you just don't want that as a mother.
Okay.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, how are you?
I think that you should, if they can, they should leave, but I also don't think that people should be shamed if they can't find the right out.
Okay.
I think it's really tough for people to get out of abusive relationships, especially if they're not like aware of it. But it's also a really bad example for your kids, especially like growing up. They might get into a relationship where they think that abuse is okay and it's not.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I think if you have the option to escape the situation, it'll do the kids more harm to stay and have them witness that. I think that that's like common behavior.
Okay. What if the woman is financially unstable? Do you think she still has to leave?
Well, sure, it would help the kids if he was like giving them what they needed.
Okay.
But I mean, then again, she should get a job and start working it up to get out of there.
Okay. How are you?
I think it's better to be poor than abused.
Oh, okay.
Well, like love in a happy home. It can still be traumatic to be poor, but it's also better than abuse.
All right.
To a certain extent.
Okay.
Sorry. I think definitely thinking of your kid first. If you're financially unstable but it's an abusive household, either way, if you really care for your kid enough, you should definitely put them into foster care or try and keep them with a family.
No, God, please, no, no!
That can take care of them while you're escaping the situation, because foster care is not that bad, I would know.
Yeah.
So as long as they're safe and they're doing all right, then I think that's what really matters.
That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
How are you?
I think that a loving household can go a long way, even if they don't have like the most money. I think that the kid would rather. I think looking back, if the kid grows up, looking back, I think they would rather have had like a happy home than like be completely like comfortable financially.
Okay. All right. Your Instagram so they can follow you guys.
_KOBAL.
Okay.
I don't have an Instagram.
Okay.
At BLCHNY.
Okay.
Northern Casket with a Z.
All right.
Okay, bye.